The ability to fly effectively and conveniently between nations has been the catalyst of global economic growth. It's broken down cultural barriers like no other transport sector. But this progress has come at a cost. Each year, the commercial aviation industry produces nearly 700 million tonnes of carbon dioxide, nearly 2% of all man-made CO2 emissions.
The aviation industry has identified biofuels as one of the most promising ways to reduce its greenhouse gas emissions. Biofuels could partially, and hopefully one day fully, replace carbon-intensive petroleum fuels, and over time, enable the industry to reduce its carbon footprint significantly and become less dependent on fossil fuels that will eventually be depleted. KLM is one airline that is actively pushing the development of sustainable aviation fuels and strongly believes that in the coming decades, biofuels will assume a prominent position in the field of sustainable aviation. KLM sets the standard in the airline industry.
KLM is proud to be a leader in green flying. If we want to become even more greener and want to continue to lead, we realize we can only do this on short term by making the fuel greener. The aircrafts are not renewed that fast, so we need the fuel to be green if we really want to achieve something in terms of the environment on short notice.
Creating a viable market for sustainable jet fuels can only be achieved by combining essential expertise. It is for this reason that KLM, Royal Dutch Airlines, the North Sea Group and Spring Associates have joined forces and founded Sky Energy in 2009. Sky Energy has the mission to help develop the market for sustainable and affordable jet fuels. KLM Royal Dutch Airlines conducted the first commercial flight worldwide in June 2011 and continued with a set of flights between Amsterdam and Paris beginning from September 2011.
Net als bij natuurbehoud of om klimaatverandering tegen te gaan, weten we dat business as usual scenario's niet meer werken. Dat geldt ook in de luchtvaartindustrie. We moeten op zoek naar schonere, nieuwe, alternatieve brandstoffen. Daarom ondersteunt het Wereld Natuurfonds de zoektocht van de KLM naar een schonere, nieuwe generatie biobrandstof.
To be viable, fuels need to be mass-produced at a low cost and with minimal environmental impact.
Certain biofuels have negative side effects, like deforestation in other countries, the use of sparse drinking water in dry countries, or the use of agricultural land that should be used to produce food for poor people on the other side of the world. We don't use these biofuels. We only use biofuels that are pre-checked by a sustainability board of all kinds of organizations. When they say, check, this is a good one, then we use it.
With the success of biofuels recently being certified for aviation, KLM and Sky Energy have now paved the way for carbon emissions to be greatly reduced across the industry. Now, due to recent advances in research and technology, aviation biofuel should become available for commercial use within 5 years. As well as the environment, KLM is committed to other areas of sustainability. One of the ways to work with NGOs' efforts concerns the program KLM Air Cares.
KLM Air Cares is a program I'm really very enthusiastic about. We started it in 1999, and it is a program that is aimed at helping the countries and the people in the countries we fly to. We fly to many underdeveloped nations, and so much can still be done over there. And what is good is that we don't only collect money, and our customers collect money, but we also do the work ourselves.
The VU University Medical Centre and KLM Air Cares collaborate to create long-lasting improvements to medical care for children in Kenya. One of the projects that took place during 2011 was the Doctor-to-Doctor programme, where doctors and nurses use frequent flyer miles donated by passengers to fly to Kenya.
Passengers are donating frequent flyer points to the program. And that's why we can fly so frequently to Kenya, because our doctors and nurses are using those donated points. We are very glad that KLM Health Services is a part of the program, because they give the vaccinations to the staff who are going over to Kenya to prevent they get any tropical illness. Another part of the KLM is KLM Cargo, and they make it possible for us to bring in stuff, medical stuff, like incubators or dialysis machines, what otherwise wasn't possible to bring over because of the costs.
Paediatricians and nephrologists from the VU University Medical Centre travel to Kenya, volunteering to help colleagues at the Moi Referral and Teaching Hospital in Eldoret, Kenya, to help them broaden their medical skills. The VU University Medical Centre also sends medical literature to the teaching hospital and invites Kenyan doctors to Amsterdam to amass knowledge and skills.
The staff of this hospital performs miracles. They are incredibly dedicated to their patients and they gained already a lot of experience and knowledge. But as often in the third world countries, there's a lack of manpower, money and medical equipment. So we are very happy that we have been able to donate medical equipment like dialysis machines and incubators.
CSR is fundamental for KLM. We realize that we have to fly in an ever more green way, and we want to remain a leader in green flying. We also see at all these destinations we fly to, how much social work still can be done. And this is what we want to achieve by being a leader in CSR.
KLM has shown that not only can the impact on the environment be reduced through the introduction of biofuels across the entire industry, but also the vital role the industry can play in corporate social responsibility schemes.